Hi, pioneers. So, you've heard a little bit about my relationship journey, and instead of the graduate years, we're just going to talk about heartbreak in general. Because let's just say we still continue the path of heartbreak. So, heartbreak is hard, and it's one of those things that everybody goes through. Everybody goes through heartbreak. You can't tell me otherwise. Like, there are billions of songs, billions of movies, maybe not billions, millions of songs, millions of movies around heartbreak, and it is universal. Unites us together. So I'm not immune to heartbreak. I think, in the words of Michael Bublé, I have broken my own heart so many times I stopped keeping track. And I feel like for me, it started when I was like, in that elementary school age where I was just like, oh, I like them, but they're not going to like me back, break my heart. And of course, that continued as I got older because I didn't like see the value of myself. And so I was just like, this isn't going to work. He's not going to like me back. Um, and things like that, which I think is one of those key things of heartbreak is that if you feel like you are inadequate and you are lacking, you are most likely going to continue the cycle of engaging the people that you're engaging because you don't value yourself enough to put yourself first, to recognize your own patterns, your own insecurities, and what about you keeps attracting those people. I feel like I was attracting those specific types of people because I wanted to reinforce that heartbreak narrative and the narrative that I was not deserving of love. It's like, oh, see another heartbreak. See, I can't be loved. Can't nobody love me because here we go yet again. And I think we do that subconsciously. Like, I don't think it's, let me go get my heart broken today. Like, we're not like seeking that out consciously. But I think that the way that we grow up and the narratives that we subscribe to and believe in as we're younger definitely dictate the subconscious that goes on and the people and things that we attract. So when it comes to heartbreak, there's a million and one ways that you can deal with it, right? One of my key ways is music, and it's why Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, and Drake are my top three artists. I don't know why, but they just like their lyrics get me. Like, they get me. So one of the ways that I deal with heartbreak is, I don't listen to music. I just listen to sad music, let myself be sad. And that's key too. Trying to like force yourself to be happy when you're not, faking things for the sake of it, I feel like delays the process, because heartbreak is like grief. You're grieving what you thought you were going to have, what future things looked like, that person, because you have a loss of that person now. They're no longer in your lives. And I think people don't realize how big that can be, especially when you're like me and you have abandonment issues. And it's just like, wait, because I got used to you, because I wanted you here, because I loved you. Like, now I have to like live with the reality without you. And the thing too is, heartbreak is not just for romantic relationships, because I've also been heartbroken by friends. I've also subconsciously entered into friendships that I knew was not good for me, but did anyways, because it was like, at least somebody's here. Hopefully they won't leave me. Oh, they're going to reinforce this narrative that everybody leaves, so I don't need to get attached to anybody. And I know that there are people like that who are just like, I'm just not going to team me, hashtag no new friends. That was me. I was like, no new friends, day ones. I ain't even had no day ones to be like, no new friends. I ain't had no day ones, y'all. I was just like, no new friends, ain't gonna let nobody in. And I was so closed off and so hurt because of the damage that I did, that I thought was God's fault too. I was just like, well, God let them leave, God let that happen. Like, so I'm just not gonna trust nobody. I'm just not gonna trust, I ain't even gonna trust myself. Like, so we just ain't even gotta worry about it. Judgment free zone. It happens. It is normal. But what is not normal is that attitude and staying there. Because the reality is that in order for you to trust other people, you have to trust yourself. You have to listen to your intuition. And that's not easy. I'm not saying that this is just bing, something that you do. Trust, getting over a heartbreak, all of those things are day to day, hour to hour, heck, sometimes second to second, depending on how bad it was. And the key that I learned is the way that you talk to yourself. When I was in high school, there was a point where I was speaking so negatively to myself that the inner me was like, I'm exhausted. I don't want to hear anything else. Can we just be quiet? And I was like, oh, I got to this point to where even my inner self couldn't handle my criticism no more. And to me, that was a point that I needed to shift things. I just didn't shift things as drastically as I should have. What you think, what you say to yourself, and how you treat yourself, especially in times of emotional sensitivity, emotional vulnerability, matter. It is so vital. It is so key. It is so important. Please don't berate yourself for trusting somebody you know you shouldn't have trusted. It happens. Please don't regret, things, because that's the thing as well, is I wouldn't take back any of the people, and you might be like, nah, I wish old Johnny, I would have never even liked him. That's fair. That's cool. But I feel like I wouldn't have gotten here if I wouldn't have encountered those people, good and bad. Some I could, I'm like, I have to. But again, I wouldn't have gotten here. I wouldn't have got to where I absolutely love and adore myself. Y'all, the love I have for myself, astronomical. I'd be like walking past the mirror now and I'm just like, you so beautiful. Did you know you was beautiful? Did I tell you you was beautiful today? My thought life, like even when I'm just like, oh dang, you stupid, you forgot this. And I'm just like, no, you're not stupid. We're not about to do this. I'm not about to engage in this negative self-talk. Like, you a queen. You know you a queen. We make mistakes. And I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in like, let's do things perfect. Let's dot our I's. Let's cross our T's. And it's like, we're not perfect. God knew we weren't perfect. That's why he sent Jesus Christ, because he knew we weren't perfect. We're not perfect. Heartbreak is not a perfect system. It's not drink wine for 3 days and then you're healed. You have to heal. And that's the key point, is with heartbreak, you have to heal. It's not just something you get over. And I just pray that anybody who sees this starts the healing process. Start it. Whether that heartbreak was 10, 20 years ago, whether it was yesterday, start healing. Start loving yourself. Start trusting yourself. It's not going to be easy, but you're worth it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next Monday.